Because you forgot you had a Roomba.
That one went pretty good, especially for a new bit. Hey everyone, I'm just an average guy with a big dream to become a stand-up comedian in just 1 year. And this week, I'm going to be reacting to week 23 of my open mic performances. So I did a new bit about going to the acupuncturist. And I'm going to be reacting to that, talking about what I learned, and then a joke that worked and a joke that didn't work, and see if I can fix the one that didn't work. So, without further ado, let's watch.
Thanks, keep going for Jacqueline, everyone. Yeah. So guys, I just went to acupuncture for the first time. Ouch. Yeah, it was, I went for all my issues, holistic care, so I went for indigestion, anxiety, for someone to touch me. It's been a minute. But it was kind of weird because I didn't feel most of the needles, but I did feel the one that poked right into my butt. And it was such a sharp pain in my ass, I looked back just to make sure it wasn't my boss. Just to make sure. But it was the acupuncturist. And this guy, amazing, kind of scares me. He can tell you anything about yourself just based on how you react to the needles. Like I was like, why is it more sensitive in my thighs? And he's like, oh, that's because you have weak kidneys and your primary emotion is fear. That's terrifying. How do you know that? But I liked it because now if any of my friends asks me to donate a kidney, I can say, yeah, if you want nightmares. If the doorbell rings, you're gonna pee a little. And you might call the police on an intruder because you forgot you had a Roomba. Good idea, ask someone else. I'll be your plan B kidney. I actually went for some indigestion, and so we started massaging my stomach to stimulate my digestive tract. And it worked, everyone, it worked. I pooped. Just wish I made it off his table. Yeah, I turned this treatment table into a changing table. And by the way, most awkward eye contact ever. He actually offered to do eyeball needles. Hello, eyeball needles. I was like, yeah, no thank you. Best case, he helps me relax. Worst case, he makes me a pirate. I already hit the poop deck. Not ready to complete the costume. Yeah, but I really appreciated him, but he scares me a little bit because, you know, he has so many needles. I hope he's not into voodoo. I haven't paid him yet. But I haven't felt anything. Ow! You guys, I have to go change. Keep it going for your host.
Okay, so not bad. That one went pretty good. It went pretty good. I think especially for a new bit. Wasn't as hard to watch as some of my past weeks. So how do I rate this bit? I'd give this one a solid 6 out of 10. I think the audience overall enjoyed it, and I got more laughs than not laughs per joke. What did I learn this set? You know, watching it back, I definitely learned that I can come off a little bit robotic in some of my delivery. And I've heard this before, but it definitely stood out to me. I'm trying to work on becoming a little bit more conversational. So that's going to be my goal for the upcoming weeks. It's hard to exactly put a pin in it, but it feels rehearsed. And I think the audience can feel that. So if I can find a way to come off a little more conversational, I think I'll get even better responses because it doesn't feel like some sort of theatrical performance where, you know, I'm missing this connection with the audience. So let's talk about a joke that worked and a joke that didn't work. So I would say the best joke this set was the one where my acupuncturist identified that fear was my primary emotion.
That's terrifying. How do you know that?
And I think that one worked really well because I took it to a realistic but absurd place. So the joke goes, he told me I have weak kidneys and that my primary emotion is fear. So then my joke based off of that was, what if someone wanted me to donate them a kidney? I think that was the strongest because I had multiple punchlines for just that one idea. So that's another thing I'm learning is go deeper. In every joke that works, you're gonna find a lot of hidden punchlines. You know, like my original writing of that joke was just, yeah, you can have my kidney if you want nightmares. Okay, that's funny. It'll work as one punch. But then how much more work is it to go to the next joke when I have a great idea right there? So I came up with the peeing at the doorbell and calling the police on a Roomba. It was just a stupid vacuum. Let's talk about a joke that didn't work. Again, overall, I think the only joke that fell flat here, I had some parts of jokes that didn't pop or get a laugh.
I haven't paid him yet. But I haven't felt anything. Ow! You guys, I have to go change. Keep it going for your host.
But overall, it came off pretty smooth until the very end. And I think part of it was because, if you can see here, I was trying to wrap up my set and get out of there. And so that distracted me and I flubbed up my wording. But let me show it again just so you can see how it went. Or actually, let me read it to you. So here was the joke. I said, I'm worried because I still haven't paid him. He has needles, so I hope he's not into voodoo. And then I went, ow! Ow! Great, I need to go change. Okay, so not bad. You know, I set it up that he kind of scares me, right? And that was the theme of the bit. It's like, this guy's terrifying. You know, he's telling me that my primary emotion is fear just based off where the needles are. He's offering to do me eyeball needles. Gosh, I really hope he's not into voodoo. So I love this theme that I have going on, but I didn't really stick the landing with this joke. And I think it's because of the order I had in how I told it, beyond just messing up the wording. So here's my rewrite. Next time, I'm gonna say, I still need to pay him for the appointment, which is risky, because he has needles and a vibe. Ow! Ow! I think he's into voodoo. Guys, I need to go change. Boom, get out of there. So what I did there was, rather than saying, I hope he's not into voodoo, ow, and then reacting to it, I said, ow, ow. And then I say, oh my gosh, I think he's into voodoo. That's a better surprise now because I saved it for the very end. You always want the funny part to be at the very end. And then finally, I hit them with a callback. I need to go change. I already talked about how I pooped on the table, so that's a callback and should be an extra and even bigger laugh than the voodoo one. So I think that one's gonna work a lot better. I had a lot of fun with this bit, and I really enjoyed these jokes. I still think I can improve on all of it, but really strong start, and this was a super fun week. So, I think I'm getting better. We're about to hit the halfway point here, and I'm just learning so much from doing it, from watching different YouTube videos, and being a part of different comedy writing groups. I'm really having a blast chasing my dream. And I hope you do too. You know, if you have a dream that you want to pursue, just start being a part of that world. I mean, there's no greater way to learn than just actually doing it. You know, I used to sit on the sidelines and try to learn as much as I could that way, but man, you will just so fast track your improvement if you just get in there and do it. So whatever barrier is holding you back, just push through. Acknowledge that the only way you are going to actually get good at your dream is by showing up and being there. So that's gonna do it for week 23 in my journey to become a stand-up comedian in just 1 year. Hey, if you guys are chasing a dream, you love stand-up, or you just want to see me bomb, you sick freaks, Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, guys. It really helps out my channel, and I'm just starting out. Until next week, toodles!